Hello, this is KMVC News. I'm Jesus Zilli. Tournament time for Missouri Valley sports team is filled with historic events. As KMVC's Bobby Collins reports, one Valley team dug its way into the history books.
Match point, Sazama will serve. Here we go. Vikings here. Dakota, no. Vikings keep it alive. Eldridge, it is in, and the Vikings go to the national tournament.
Missouri Valley College women's volleyball team clinched its first berth to the NAIA national tournament in school history. The Vikings gained the berth in the semifinal round of the Heart of America Athletic Conference with a win over Central Methodist in 5 sets.
I hope that we just take in the moment and they really feed off the crowd and use it to our advantage. That's why you get home court advantage during the playoffs, and that's what you work for all season. So hopefully, like I said, hopefully you take advantage of it.
The program has been around since 1974 and a member of the Heart Athletic Conference since 1981. The 1993 women's volleyball team is credited with a 60-9 record and still did not gain a berth to the national tournament. The team hosted 2 conference playoff games for the first time in school history.
You just got to play for that. I mean, we've wanted that for a long time. We've built our program the past 6 years for that. And so they just got to go and they've got to kind of block out all the extra stuff and just play the game of volleyball.
The Lady Vikings moved on to the conference championship game where they were defeated in 5 sets by Grandview University. The Lady Vikings will start the national tournament opening round November 18th. Bobby Collins, KMVC News.
The Vikings play Indiana University is on November 18 at 7. The stream of that content is available on valleyweroll.com at mobile.edu. The Missouri Valley College cross-country teams are also posting a first for the programs. 2017 marks the first time the men's and women's team both head to the nationals. KMVC's Mateus Marino reports on how the Vikings have come a long way in a short amount of time.
It has been years since the Missouri Valley College cross-country team came this far. It's now 2 years in a row of winning the conference title for the men's and the long-time-waited title for the women's program, who hasn't won since 1994. A lot of this success might come from the new piece added to the mix a couple years ago, the head coach, David Dominguez.
Coaching is nothing better than giving back to student athletes the way coaches gave back to me.
Dominguez said that the team's success is not that much of a secret.
They work hard for each other. They're willing to sacrifice for each other. They do the small things. As you saw this morning, waking up at 4:50 to be at 5:30 practice, and this is their 14th week that they've been doing this. Eating healthy, not having that slice of pizza, maybe going for the grilled chicken. But I would say doing the small things is a key element.
It was easy for Coach Dominguez to choose a word to define his team.
Tough. We're not the most talented team out there, especially in our conference. I think we are willing to run tough and run for each other as a family.
Mateus Marino, KMVC News.
Dominguez won his second consecutive Coach of the Year award in the Heart of America Athletic Conference. The National Cross Country Tournament is on November 18 in Vancouver, Washington. After escaping Mount Mercy on penalty kicks in the quarterfinal of the Heart America Athletic Conference tournament, the Missouri Valley College Vikings hosted Mid-American Athletic Pioneers in the semifinals. The Pioneers beat the Vikings after scoring a ball off the post in the final seconds of their match during the regular season. Neither team mounted much offensive in the first half, but the Vikings struck quickly in the second half. Slaven Bascolo scored just a minute into the half and the Vikings led 1-0. Just 1:54 later, Mid-Am tied on a goal that slid underneath goalkeeper Thiago Saravia. Valley recaptured the lead when Dominic Newton deflected the free kick to Clayton Sousa in the 57th minute. But the Vikings could not hold. Just a little more than 2 minutes left and the game tied at 2. The Pioneers take a shot. It's saved, but Valley gets called for a foul inside the box. Mid-Am Felipe Abreu takes the penalty kicks but launched it high. 11 seconds remaining and the Pioneers take a penalty just inside the box, giving the Vikings a penalty kick. Valley's Uros Illich shot is stopped, but he puts back the rebound, giving Valley a 3-2 lead. The Vikings run out the clock and advance to take on the Baker Wildcats on November 10th.
Riesco made
The Vikings and the Baker Wildcats play on the final Saturday for the regular season title in the Heart, and they met again in the conference tournament title game. In the 20th minute, Valley's Peter Yakuba puts the Vikings on the board with his first goal of the season. Second half, Uros Illich give Valley a 2-0 lead in the 55th minutes on a penalty kick. Illich added another goal on a free kick just outside the 18-yard box to extend the lead to 3. Baker scored to make it 3-1, but goals from Pedro Garcia and Miguel Fernandez put the game away for the Vikings. Missouri Valley wins the Hart Conference Tournament with a 5-1 victory, and Valley hosts Olive Nazarene University on November 18 at Greg Mitchell Field. That game kicks at 2, and live coverage available on mobile.edu and valleywoolroad.com. The Missouri Valley College women's soccer team advanced to the semifinals against Benedictine on November 8th, but fell to the Ravens 1-0. Benedictine scored in the 8th minute. Valley managed one more shot in the final minutes, but it sailed wide. MVC was outshot 14-7 for the game. Viking goalkeeper Anna Babiak made 5 saves in the loss. Valley's season comes to an end with a 11-7-1 record and a third-place finish in the Hart America Athletic Conference. The Missouri Valley College football team hit the road for Olathe, Kansas, and a chance to win a share of the South Division title in the Hart America Athletic Conference. If the Vikings could top the Mid-American Nazarene Pioneers, the Vikings had a 45-42 lead with 4 minutes to play, but the Pioneers' Marcus McGuire broke a couple tackles and ran 39 yards to put MEM 49-45. The Vikings got to the MNU 18 but fell short on 4th down when quarterback Jake Bridges' pass was batted away. Valley's Kenny Stanford ran 25 times for 194 yards and 3 scores. Bridges was 15 of 31 for 332 yards and 3 TDs. And senior Jackery Johnson had 7 catches and 190 yards. The Viking season ends with a 5-6 mark. The Missouri Valley College football season may have ended Saturday with the loss to Mid-American Nazarene, but KMVC's Amber Tembley reports one Vikings individual athletics are carrying through the postseason.
College's football punter Drake Higgins stays at number 2 in the nation for the 2017 NAIA Division I Individual Special Team.
Right now I'm ranked number 2 in the country, behind by 0.2 yards, hoping to get that up this week so I can be first team All-American.
And it was clear right away he had a very strong leg. Our kicking coach Jim Aller has worked with him and he's really refined his technique, and this year he leads our conference and is second in the nation in punting, so he's progressed very nicely.
This year Higgins played in 11 games, punting 48 times. He punted for 2,101 yards with a 43.8 average.
I'm a lot further along than I thought I would be, for sure.
He's had a very big impact. I mean, you take the last game, we had an upset win, and a lot of that had to do with field position. He did a great job, pinning them deep and making them go a long distance. And so the kicking game, it isn't glamorous and doesn't get a lot of attention, but it's really, really important. And he certainly has been a tremendous asset all season.
A 67-yard punt.
He's had a great sophomore year. He's got two more years left, so we're excited about that.
Higgins is expecting a successful and awarding future during his time at Missouri Valley.
This year I hope to accomplish first team All-Conference and first team All-American.
Higgins has to wait until the end of the 2017 postseason to see if his hopes become a reality. Amber Tabling, KMVC News.
The NAIA football season ends December 16th when the final is played in Daytona, Florida. Missouri Valley College continues expanding its athletic program, and the school is getting an e-sports team. The search for the head coach just begins. The world of video games is coming to Missouri Valley College for the first time in the history. An e-sports team is coming up, and Vice President of Business and Finance, Greg Silby, is in charge of finding the head coach.
Well, we're looking for somebody that has obviously knowledge of the game to some degree. I don't expect them to be an expert because I don't think we'll find that. But somebody that has knowledge, but also, you know, somebody has to be able to recruit. They has to work with the student as a student athlete, just like our other coaches do. And solve problems and do all those types of things. Be a good communicator. Help our students communicate.
NBC is going to focus on League of Legends, one of the most famous video games for the eSports competition. While the search for the head coach is going on, Missouri Valley already has plans for the facilities and the equipment.
Well, like I said, we're going to build a building for it. We spec'd out a nice building that we're going to put over there by the Redmond Apartments. And so we'll get that ordered here in the next week or two and get ready to put that up. So that's way ahead of fall. As far as the equipment, I have Omar, our IT, that works with IT. He is speccing out all the machines. As far as the desk and the gaming chairs and the consoles and the mice, all those type of things.
Computer Information Systems, Ethan Carden is a League of Legends player that is really interested in being part of the team. He has been playing for more than 2 years and has the experience and the knowledge that NBC is looking for as a player and also as a coach. The NBC eSports team plans to start the fall of 2018. Across the nation, students attempt to keep traditions and lifelong legacies alive on their campus. KMVC's Troy Jones reports on how one Missouri Valley College program continues to strive to be one of the best in the nation.
At Missouri Valley College, history lines the hallways to remind the student body of what impact they can have.
You know how hard college students work every day, right? Most of our students are athletes. They're all taking full-time loads. Many of them have full or part-time jobs. Many of them have families. And then on top of that, these students are going the next step and saying, I want to make my world a better place.
The Missouri Valley College Nonprofit Leadership Alliance, formerly known as American Humanities, was founded 70 years ago on MVC's campus by H. Robardo.
I think we are motivated to some extent by our history, but I think primarily we're motivated by the fact that we want to have a positive impact on our community. We know that our students are well prepared when they enter the workforce. We place students at an extremely high level, and we're motivated by the standards that our alums have set forth for our current students, and we want to make sure that we live up to those high standards.
The MVC NLA program prepares its students for future nonprofit careers. The program collabs with local and national agencies to help its students gain the work experience they will need for future success.
It doesn't feel like a class or like a major. It just feels like you're going out to help, fulfilling your passion every day,
Each year, NLA recognizes campuses that showcase outstanding excellence in nonprofit education.
And so we are a finalist for the Nonprofit Leadership Alliance Campus Excellence Award.
Keeping the tradition rolling at Valley. Troy Jones, KMVC.
The results of the Nonprofit Leadership Alliance Campus Excellence Award are announced on November 15. Gender roles and race are topics in the news, and the play the last 5 years at Missouri Valley College shows that. KMVC's Victor Casey reports on why guest director Lando Shaw chose the piece.
Play the last 5 years is a piece that's originally done with a man and a woman, but Shaw believes gender roles and race can create a different, impactful view to a story.
Most people would kind of say, okay, this is going to be a Caucasian actor, and if I do colorblind casting, sadly most African Americans or actors of color are relegated to stereotypes or relegated to the comic relief or something. Here, we're able to elevate the strong woman who is really the strongest person in the show, and really kind of make a statement there. So now you have a show that originally we were just going to deal with same sex. Then we add interracial relationships. We deal with racial issues. We deal with gender stereotypes, gender rules. So this isn't just one person. This is humanity. And so if you love human beings and if you claim to be a good person, then as they're fighting this fight, we need to join in. And that's really what it boiled down to me, even as a director and an artist, is I feel that we have a call and a movement now to really take a snapshot of what we're experiencing and make sure we put those stories out there. This is how movements begin, as an art. Art can cause a reaction that can cause a movement that can wake people up.
Victor Casey, KMVC News.
The next show the Fine Arts plans to put together is the band and choral concert on November 15. That's KMVC News for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Jesus Zilli.